What is going on, everyone? It is Tal, and I'm bringing you the Week 1 battle of the Paragon National Dex League against the Denver Fakeout. Now, I'm really excited to start off this season. Of course, I'm nervous because new season, new Pokemon. Very busy, so doing this a little bit in advance. I may also sound a little sick, but we will roll with the punches here. So they have a very scary team. They have URSHIFU single strike, which hits my team like a truck, and I expect it to come with a choice scarf to outspeed our Cyclizar and our Mega Lot Bunny, as well as some other stuff, such as like maybe it's a Titan that is in the snow, also a Victini. So there's a lot of reasons that that I think he's gonna bring Scarf Urshifu. If he's not Scarf, I'm not nearly as afraid of it. But I expect Scarf very much. He has a Cinderace, which could do a lot of damage in our Celesteela, our Tangrowth, our Galvantula, and our Titan, as well as decent damage into our Victini and our Lop. I mean, it does damage to everything here, but the main thing I'm worried about is its court change, which is why bringing Galvantula here is a little bit difficult, because I can't really bring webs if he can court change it, and then we have webs on our side. It's not a great situation. Corviknight and Ogerpon, I don't expect them as much. They definitely can come. I think their matchup here is definitely worse than some other mons that I feel like have to come. I think Yuxi is a very good defensive backbone, as well as Diancie. I don't expect Diancie to come, but it definitely could. I definitely expect the Nidoking because it hits our team like a truck. Really don't have switch-ins to it, and its coverage is just incredible into my team. Mega Ampharos is a pain. Really good in the Celesteela, really good in the Blastoise, and overall just hits very hard, and it's hard for me to get rid of. I do expect the Gyarados. I expect the I expect that whole line of Nidoking, Ampharos, Gyarados, and then either Yuxi, Diancie, Corviknight, one of those, and then Cinderace, Urshifu for sure. Gyarados with a Terra Flying Dragon Dance set is really, really good here. I expect it greatly. I think that it hits me like a truck. And Inteleon could definitely come. I'm a little bit prepared for it, but I'm not as fearful as I am of the Gyarados with Terra Flying Terra Blast. So coming into this week, it was very difficult because I kind of have to build around the Urshifu as well as the Nidoking and Ampharos and the Gyarados. Those were the four I was really preparing for. Cinderace, I think I can chip down a little bit. Yuxi, Diancie, Corv, or Ogerpon, and Inteleon, I think I can handle it pretty well with no matter what I bring. And I really looked at like almost every mon here except for Galvantula. I think Galvantula here is just not very good. It's not bad on paper. It's just because of the matchup that I don't think we can bring it, because we'd want to run webs and we can't really run specs because of Nidoking, and it's a difficult matchup for Galvantula. So the first mon that we are going to be bringing this week is a Assault Vest Tangrowth. Now, we have a ton of defense here to take some hits from the Gyarados as well as from the Urshifu single strike. We are Assault Vest this week to take hits again from that Nidoking, from the Diancie and the Ampharos, mostly an Ampharos check, as well as an Inteleon check if he really does want to bring that. We are Regenerator this week just so that we can get in and out, get our health back, because Assault Vest doesn't let us get any health back. Running Knockoff just may actually lead this off. I think this or one of our other mons are going to be our dedicated lead, just because I really don't. His items are going to be very important in this match, especially on that Urshifu. And if we can lead this off against the Urshifu and just knock it off, that would be fantastic. If the whole purpose of Tangrowth this battle is to just click Knockoff, that is completely fine. We're running Knockoff, running Rock Slide, again, for that Gyarados that I'm fearful of, running Earthquake for the Nidoking and the Cinderace, as well as the Diancie and Ampharos, and we're running Seed Bomb for just general coverage into most other mons. Definitely just going to be a pivot in and out, just going to switch it in and out of our other mons here, get a Knockoff off, get an Earthquake off, and then just get out of there, really just to be a disruptor. We're very, very bulky. No attack investment for a mon with 4 attacks, which is crazy, but gotta do. We have 8 speed just to outspeed a Diancie trying to speed creep a 4 speed or a regular Tangrowth, so we can outspeed it, maybe get a knockoff on it, maybe a Seed Bomb. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to use Tangrowth, but not as excited as I am to try out Mega Lot Bunny this week. Running Fake Out, Ice Punch, Return, and U-Turn. Ice Punches for the Ogerpon, as well as the Nidoking, that Ampharos, as well as the Terra Flying Gyarados. We're Return for general damage into everything. We're Fake Out in case he gets some Dragon Dances up and we need to chip any Mon down with a Fake Out. We can just Fake Out, Twitch Out, come back in and Fake Out again. And then we're U-Turn for general pivot. Thought about leading this off. Depending on what he brings, I may lead this off because again, I really do expect that Urshifu to be Scarf, so Lopunny is a little bit more difficult to work around this matchup, but I still think it hits like a truck. I think it can really clean up nicely if we play our cards right. Then the next mon I'm bringing, kind of had to bring it this week, even though it's a little bit difficult, but we're going to bring Colberberry Slowking Galar, running Chilly Reception to get in and out of there with some pivots. We could take a hit and then get out. Running Toxic for mons like the Yuxi, the Diancie, and the Ampharos, and then we're running Thunder Wave for mons like the Cinderace, the Inteleon, the Urshifu, and the Gyarados. I really wanted both of those, and we're running Psychic basically for the Nidoking and just to get chip off if we really need it. But lots of defense investment, lots of special defense investment to take some hits from the Urshifu. I believe that we can take a Rocks damage into close combat into Wicked Blow with the Colberberry. I believe that is what this is calced for, so we can Chilly Reception and go into one of our other mons that can handle it. But yeah, this is mainly there to switch in and out, make his life a little bit more difficult. Again, we have 2 Regenerator mons this week, so I mean, it's just, we're just going to be switching. We are minus speed this week with no investment, just in case he does want to bring a Trick Room Diancie set. Do I expect it? No, but could it happen? Definitely. So I just want to be prepared for that. Next one we're bringing, I had this mon as a defensive option, but I switched it to the Shell Smash set last second, running enough speed to outspeed I believe a Scarfed Urshifu Rapid Strike, or a Single Strike, excuse me. Running Terra Fairy with Terra Blast, Ice Beam, and Scald. This is everything on his team for neutral or super effective damage. I think the only mons that it doesn't hit for super effective are the Yuxi and the Inteleon, as well as the Corviknight. It does hit the Gyarados if it is Terra. Depending on its Terra. Running all of this defense investment so that we could take some hits from that Urshifu as well as that Gyarados. I believe we could take a +1 Terra Blast Flying from the Gyarados, get our Shell Smash up, and yeah, we also should outspeed the Gyarados, not 100% sure, depends on how much speed investment he is running, but we are a lot of speed here to outspeed that Urshifu Single Strike. And so I was running a little bit of a different set, I was back and forth, but I believe in mocks this just helped me clean up later in the game, and I feel like I need that because of how bulky our team is. And speaking of bulk, we're bringing all 3 Regenerator mons this week. This is enough speed to outspeed a max speed Inteleon, rest in HP, and then just a little bit into attack to round it off. We're Assault Vest just to take hits a little bit better from that Nidoking. Knock off U-Turn for getting, again, just chip off, and as well as getting pivot and getting items off of this team. Again, getting items off of their team is going to be huge. Their team is very reliant on items against our team. Nidoking really needs its Life Orb. And Urshifu really needs its Scarf. Cinderace, it doesn't matter as much. Ogerpon, it would matter if he brings it. Inteleon, it would definitely matter. And Yuxi, it really does matter. I expect a Rocky Helmet or a Leftovers Yuxi if he brings it. But yeah, this is just really good chip. We have Rapid Spin because we're not running Rapid Spin on the Blastoise. So again, kind of the reason why I drafted 2 Rapid Spinners, so I'm not forced into one of them to run Rapid Spin every week. And I'm running Dragon Claw for just general damage and also just bigger damage into the Ampharos. And the final mon this week is going to be a very, very bulky Celesteela. We have enough speed here to outspeed a no speed invested Corviknight. Lots of defense to take, I believe, 2 Wicked Blows from that Urshifu, rest into special defense. And yeah, this is going to sit on mons like the Gyarados, like the Cinderace. It really doesn't take that much from the Cinderace. On the Ogerpon, can even one-on-one the Ampharos if we Leech Seed it on a switch in. So It's going to be really, really good defensively. I, again, ran offensive and then switched it to defensive, and then I switched Blastoise from defensive to offensive. So a little bit of switch, but we're running a lot of Regenerator, a lot of Bulk here, and then just 2 all-out offensive Mons in the Lopunny and the Blastoise. So yeah, that's going to be the team for this week, and I'll see you guys in the battle. See you guys there. Okay, so we're in the battle right now, and he brings about everything I'm expecting. He brings the Corviknight over the Cinderace, but everything else is about what I expect. 2 different leads I want to go for here is either the Cyclizar or the Tangrowth. Both tell a decent amount about his set. I just don't want to lose the Cyclizar. I really like the idea of a... oh, so I can also see he has Terra Water on his Gyarados, which is really good to know. I was much more worried about Terra fighting, or Terra flying, so actually I feel much more comfortable just leading the Tangrowth because, yeah, he really can't touch me. So yeah, I'm just going to lead with the Tangrowth. Good luck, have fun to Ludicolo. He leads with the Nidoking, and, I mean, I low-key just kind of want to knock this thing off. It can KO me, though, with a Fire Blast. I think he can also KO me with a Sludge Wave. I don't really want to risk it. I just want to go into my my Cyclizar here and see what he wants to do. Could set up some Stealth Rocks. Could also just go for a Fire Blast. He does go for a Stealth Rock. I feel like it's pretty safe here to knock off first because, yeah, I can always U-turn. I can get these rocks. He's expecting the Rapid Spin here. Yeah, this is why I wanted to knock off, because knock off his leftovers. He could Thunder Wave here, which I wouldn't love per se, but I would like to. The rocks are annoying, but it's not that big of a deal right now. So I'm going to go for U-turn and just go straight into my Slowking here, because I don't want to get, if I get Thunder Waved, exactly, I'd rather it be on my Slowking than anything else. So he may be expecting a Toxic, he may be expecting a Chilly Reception. I think I just want to click Toxic, because I know that if he U-turns out into the Nidoking, which he does, I'm fine getting parried here. Yeah, that's fine. I would like to just go for Chilly Reception, and that is what I'm going to do. I know I could take an Earth Power. Please do not get parried. Nice. No para. And I will just go into Cyclizar and click Rapid Spin. So it all worked out the same in the end. I'm gonna get the Rapid Spin off on the Nidoking. He has Earth Power. I mean, I'm expecting him. He may be Modest. I want to check this out right now. If he's Modest or if he is the. He goes for Sludge Wave, does 98. So I just want to see this calc real quick. Cyclizar against Nidoking. Sludge Wave did 81. Oh, that never does. Is he not Life Orb? No, he definitely is Life Orb. 60. Oh, yeah, he's just Life Orb Modest. Which is fine. I think he would go for an Earth Power here. I don't think you have Flamethrower. You could. I'm going to U-turn and just go into my Stila. And just kind of see what he wants to do here. He goes for Thunderbolt. Okay, so that's his mid-ground. So no Flamethrower. We know his set now. Obviously, definitely a threat. He may just go for another Thunderbolt. And in that case, I mean, Cyclizar doesn't do, like, any damage. And that could be Scarf Earthquake here, but that's kind of insane. Very interesting. Stila, I need to be healthy for that Yuxi. I'm just going to Protect. He's just going to Thunderbolt again. I think the switch out is so obvious into, like, Cyclizar that I think I'm okay just Leech Seeding. Because I really don't think you Thunderbolt here when it's so obvious. Ah, he really did. He got the crit, too. Crit didn't matter. But I think it's... I mean, I could go into our Blastoise. Feels pretty good. Could go on the Lopunny. How much is Lopunny doing? Return kills. Unless he has HP investment. I mean, I think this Corviknight is probably Rocky. I'm just curious what he has for Blastoise. I mean, he doesn't knock us out, right? I mean, he does a ton. Thunderbolt would kill. I want to go into Lopunny, and I mean, I low-key want to Fake Out. but I'm scared of this Corviknight being really annoying. And I don't think you stay in here, so I'm going to U-turn. Yeah, and I think this will confirm that it's Rocky Helmet Corviknight, which is fine. Yep. So pretty much what I expected. I think I just want to go out into the Slowking here and fire off a Thunder Wave. This thing may go into... Well, actually, you could just switch into Nidoking, expecting a Toxic or a Thunder Wave or just a pivot. But I think I want a Psychic, expecting the U-turn into the Nidoking. Please be Nidoking. This would be huge for me if it's Nidoking. Would be really big here if it's Nidoking. Come on. Goes into Yuxi. Not the best. We get paralyzed anyways. I do want to get a Toxic off on this if possible. I know we can live like a Psychic Noise. Can always switch into the Cyclizar and back out and do some shenanigans that way. This is knocked off already. So not the best start because I did lose my Steela, which is like kind of a big thing for this Corviknight and this Gyarados. It's really big for the Gyarados, but it's Terra Water Gyarados, which makes me feel a little bit better than Terra Flying. Foul Play, we are Colbur, so it gets rid of our Colbur, and we do Toxic it. Nice. Okay, so not sure what he's going to do here. We're just going to go straight into our Cyclizar, and he's going to Foul Play again, do 30, and yeah, I think it's pretty free here to click U-turn. If he goes into Corv, it's fine. We will just go into our... I mean, I could go into Tangrowth. Probably would go into Blastoise, though. But he stays in. So low-key just want to go back into Slowking. Foul Play does 20. This is fine. Yeah, I'm just going to go back in the Cyclizar. If he wants to Foul Play, he does get Stealth Rock up. But that's fine. So, if you're Scarf here, you definitely go Urshifu. You could be Moxie Gyarados and try to get a big kill here. Go into Urshifu. So you have to be Scarf. You have to be Scarf here. I anticipate the close combat, so I'm just going to go into my Slowking. He goes for the Wicked Blow, but I know he's Scarf. So the reason that all of this is going to work out, I know he's Scarf. I'm going to go for the Shell Smash here. If he's a Mirror Herb set on the Gyarados, then good play. But at the same time, I think I'm okay. Does Wicked Blow kill me? Like, if Wicked Blow doesn't kill me, I mean, it doesn't even kill if it's banded. So I kind of don't want to Terra yet. Yeah, he goes into Gyarados. He gets the Intimidate off. And I'm pretty sure that he's going to be the Mirror Herb set, in which he's not. Okay, very interesting. Could be a bulky Gyarados. I will be Terraing and Terra Blasting here. It does a good amount. So yeah, we're just going to do that. And he's going to Terra. We're going to go for the Terra Blast, do 49 off a crit. He goes for Thunder Wave, though, so he's super bulky, which is really good to know. I kind of want to go for Shell Smash again. And just hope I mean, Waterfall doesn't do a ton. 83. Okay. So we just can't get flinched. We can't get a Parrot this entire game. So if he's Scarf Urshifu, which I'm like highly, like I assume he is, he goes for Sucker, which may mean he's not Scarf, which is interesting. Definitely want to go into our Tangrowth and click Knockoff here. I don't think we win this. I'm not gonna lie. Ampharos comes in, we go for Knockoff, we get Staticked, which isn't great. I do not think we win this. I think that the Urshifu, if it is Scarf, then yeah, it just kind of clicks. He can't really do anything to us. Signal Beam is something he can do to us. 37%. We're gonna switch into our I think it's Earthquake again, because I think he's gonna Dragon Pulse here. He's definitely like max Modest. And probably like max HP. I just don't think I can beat the Corviknight, which kind of sucks. I'm gonna Dragon Claw here. I definitely can't beat the Corviknight though, which really is aggravating. I'm pretty sure we're gonna start off this season 0-1. Yeah, it's really aggravating, to be honest. So Cyclizar picks up a kill. I don't know who picked up other kills, to be honest. Yeah, here's the Corviknight. I'm gonna knock it off. See what happens. He probably is body press. Yeah, he goes for the body press, knocks us out. And yeah, I mean, I'm going to fake out here. Try to get some chip. Maybe get a freeze with an ice punch. I think that's our only out right now is if we freeze Corviknight here with an ice punch. We go for ice punch, 17%, no freeze, body press, the 64. I need a freeze. Go for ice punch again and no freeze. So that's going to be week 1. Pretty disappointed. I don't think I played that great, to be honest. And yeah, I'm not really happy with my performance there. I think I definitely could have played better, and I think it's a hard matchup. I think Urshifu is just very difficult to work around, and the defense on both sides was just pretty high, and working around Nidoking was also really hard. I think just the combo of Nidoking plus Urshifu is just 2 mons that my team really couldn't deal with, unless I don't know. I tried a lot of different things, but that's going to be this week a disappointing start to the season. But in a lot of seasons, I start off 0-1, and I'm able to come back a little bit, learn the team a bit better, and it works out mostly in the end. So I'll see you guys for week 2 of the Paragon Draft League. See you guys then.